What's going on, guys? Matthew Muniz here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing a beginner's guide to investing using the Robinhood app. We're going to have my wife join us. For her, she's actually never used Robinhood. She doesn't have any investments. I pretty much handle all that stuff on my end. We're going to take $100 today. We're going to pick out her strategy and buy her first stocks. She's also going to commit to $10 a week to continue investing over the long term, and we're going to see what happens with her portfolio over time. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, guys, this is my wife, Catherine. She is a brand new investor. You don't have any investments, right?
My investment into our marriage and my love for you.
All right, well, that's obviously the best ROI. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at her Robinhood app. She already signed up. So if you're new to Robinhood, you're going to have to go through the sign up process. You're going to have to link a bank account. You're going to have to use your Social Security. They do need a lot of information from you for tax purposes. But once that's all done, you're going to get a free stock as long as you use my link down below in the description. I'll get a free stock as well. And after that, we can go into actually investing. So the very first step of that is putting money into the account. So we have to take money from our checking or savings and move it into Robinhood. So in order to do that, we're gonna go ahead and open up your Robinhood app.
Got it.
Okay.
So we're gonna click on this little guy in the right-hand corner.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to transfers, deposits, withdrawals. So now we need to transfer to Robinhood, which is the very top option. And we're gonna invest $100 today.
It's pretty steep. I don't know if I'm ready.
So go ahead and review and submit. So now,
easy to take my money.
Yep, and we should have $100 in money to invest up front. Usually there's not a time to wait, but let's just make sure. Go ahead and click continue. And as you see, Robinhood, one of the reasons I like the app, it's colorful, it's bright, it's exciting. We have $100 to deposit, we have $100 to use on our stocks right now. So the first thing we need to do before Catherine actually buys stocks is determine what type of investor she is. We have 4 ways that I like to look at it. We're gonna have what's called dividend ETFs. We're gonna have growth ETFs. We're gonna have crypto, and we're going to have individual stocks. So on a tiered list of 1 to 4 from lowest risk to highest risk, now remember, usually there's an inverse relationship between risk and profit, where the less risk, the less likely you are to make a ton of money fast.
That's why I want to put all 100 in Doge and go straight to the moon.
Okay, so yes, crypto would be
high risk, high reward.
Exactly.
See, I got it.
Yep. All right. Now, the lowest risk, do you know which one? You might have heard me talking about.
Let me guess. Wait, so it's individual
stocks, which is individual companies.
Okay, and then there's crypto.
There's crypto.
What are the other 2? Dividend
ETFs. And then there's growth ETFs.
It's one of those 2.
Okay, so
it's let me guess, dividend.
Yes, good, perfect. So I like dividend investing because over the long term, which is exactly what she's going to do, she's going to invest $10 a week for the next 10 years or 15 years, and that number will probably grow over time. But we have that option of doing dividend investing or growth investing, or we're going to do a hybrid, which I like. So the reason dividend investing is good is you don't have as much risk, but you're going to consistently get paid out on a monthly or quarterly basis. Now, it's up to you. Do you want to be super low risk, or do you actually want to go really high risk with all crypto? Like you said, we can do crypto if that's what you want, or we can find a healthy balance.
Well, I'm going to learn from Castro's mistakes and not do all those.
Okay. All right, yes. We don't want to do all those. I agree with that.
Okay. So, well, you're the expert. I don't know anything about this, so you tell me what I should do.
I'm actually not an expert. This is completely my opinion. But
expert between the 2 of us.
Fair enough. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on the bottom left corner, which looks like a wave.
That looks like a stock market crashing or
going to the moon.
Yes, exactly.
All right. And now we're going to So you see, you already have $103.65 invested. However, we know that with the buying power being 100, that $100 is not invested. Now she has 365 because she already got a free stock, which happened to be Helix. She got that over a year ago and then just never used Robinhood. So we're going to change that. We're going to click on the search button, which is the middle magnifying glass.
Okay.
And we're going to search for a dividend ETF. Now, I think a healthy dividend ETF, it's very popular, is SCHD. So go ahead and type in SCHD. We're going to search for SCHD.
SCHD.
Yep, and then you can go ahead and click on it.
Schwab.
Yep. And now what you're going to notice is buy SCHD with as little as $1. So we're going to dismiss that.
Okay.
I think that's a note if you're new to investing. Robinhood gives you some tips. So we have a couple things we could look at. We have 1 day. Today we see that the stock is down almost 1%. So if we want to buy, do we want to buy when it's down or do we want to buy when it's up?
Down.
We do. We want to buy the dips and sell high. However, with our strategy, we don't want to sell until long term. So really it doesn't matter if it's up or down.
You want to have the diamond hands, not the paper hands.
Exactly. Yes. Diamond hands. We have 1 day, we have 1 week, which changes to that. And now you can see that we're actually up. We're barely up, almost flat. You have 1 month, then you have 3 months, 1 year, and 5 year. Now Robinhood only goes up to 5 year. I wish it went higher, like 10 year or maximum. That would be great, but it's not something that the app has right now. But since we're going to dollar cost average, we're just going to start with SCHD, and we're going to do 50% of our money into SCHD right away. We're going to do half growth ETFs and half dividend ETFs just to start off. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on buy.
Okay.
And we have the option here to buy in dollars or buy in shares. We're going to buy in dollars because with Robinhood, you can actually do fractional share investing. You don't need to buy a whole share. Makes it convenient for people that don't have that much money.
So I'm going to buy $50.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and click review and go ahead and swipe up.
Okay.
There you go. You have completed your order. You now own $50 or 0.646 shares of SCHD. Now, one thing I want to point out is in order to submit your order, you have to swipe up. So make sure you're really careful with this because I've made this mistake in the past where I almost feel like Robinhood does this on purpose. If maybe you've had a drink or 2 drinks and it's nighttime and you're just kind of playing around with the app, looking at crypto, you can trade 24 hours a day and you might put you might have margin available on your account and you type in $10,000 of Doge and you're like, no, I'm not going to buy it. So you swipe up to close the app, but you actually buy 10,000 in Doge. So don't let that happen.
It's not Tinder, folks. You can't be swiping.
All right, so congratulations on making your first trade, Catherine. So go ahead and we're going to continue our journey.
Okay.
Now we're going to get back into buying the next stock. So remember, to find a stock or ETF that we want to buy, we click on the magnifying glass. And this time we're going to do a growth ETF. Now another super popular one is QQQ. So go ahead and type in the triple Qs or the Qs.
Power shares, QQQ.
Yep, we're going to click on that. And what do we do? How are we looking today?
We're looking down just over 1%.
Okay, and is that bad or good?
For me, buying it's good.
For you buying, it's good, and also it doesn't really matter because we're not going to sell for 10 years. So in 10 years, if it's down, then that would be bad. But we're going to, once again, go ahead and click on buy.
Okay.
And we're going to do $50.
I don't get to put any money into Doge.
Okay, do $45.
Yeah.
And review. And swipe up.
Okay, I accept.
So now she has 50 in dividend ETF. We have 45 in growth ETF. And the last thing we're going to look at is, can you buy crypto? And honestly, I'm not sure if you can.
Doge.
Type in Doge. Go in there. All right.
Ooh, Doge is not looking so good right now.
It's down 5%, but that's a good thing if you want to buy because that means you're buying the dip. You're listening to Pro the Doge. You got $5 left.
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
All right, review. Before you place your first trade on Robinhood Crypto, we'll need to review an updated user. All right.
Okay, review. Submit.
Do $4.99 or 4.95. No, 4.95.
That's how they get you to the decimal point.
All right, and go ahead and try this now.
Okay.
You have 16 Doge.
Wow.
We're going to be able to buy some Starbucks coffee with that hopefully soon.
You never know what I'm going to be able to buy now that I've got the Doge.
All right, so we've invested our first $100. Once again, we ended up getting SCHD, QQQ, and we got some Dogecoin.
And I've got my Helix from a year ago.
And her Helix from a year ago. So now, Catherine's going to go off and do her thing. I'm going to go over a couple more things in the app. We're going to talk about that, and then that'll be the rest of the video. So thanks so much, babe. Love you.
Love you.
All right. All right, guys. So the key thing to remember when it comes to investing is it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have $10,000 today, you can have $10 today, or you could start with $100 like we just did. When it comes to the best time to start investing or how much money you need, it's however much money you have. And honestly, yesterday was the best day to start investing. The second best day is today. So if you start today, you're going to be in a great shape. And just make sure you pick out your plan and you stick to the plan. Don't go into it thinking you're going to make a ton of money, and as soon as you start making money, then you sell and you start trying to time the market, because then you're just going to end up losing out on long-term gains. The best thing to think of is time in the market always beats timing the market. A couple more things I want to talk about when it comes to this app is some of the information that it can give you. Now, I'm gonna grab mine. Now I'm gonna open up my Robinhood now, just because it's got a little bit more information that I want to be able to share. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the app. All right, so when you look at my stocks, I have Q Yield, NUSI, ARK, VUG, SPHD, Tesla, VU. I have all sorts of stocks and all sorts of ETFs. Now, this is just my play brokerage. I don't actually, this isn't for my retirement. I have my 401k and my Roth that is me planning for retirement, but this is just something that I average between $800 and $1,000 a month that I just started doing at the beginning of this year. A couple features that I like to use is when you click on the number of one of your stocks, you can go ahead and look at last price, percent change, today's return, or total return. So you can see how much money you are. And one thing to remember about Robinhood, when you see total return, for instance, if we look at Q Yield, it says I'm up $122. I'm actually not, that's not all the money I've made. That doesn't include the dividends that I've made from this, because I reinvest the dividends. So those gains are no longer being tracked by Robinhood because now they're in new shares and they've changed my average cost. So just something to keep in mind. Generally, I like to look at my total equity, and we end up with that. Another thing I like to do is when it comes to investing in individual stocks, for instance, I have some Tesla, I have a little over 2.5 shares of Tesla, is you can scroll through there and you can see all the specific information. So we can look at that today, it opened at 672, the high was 675, the low was 648, it's a significant drop. You can see your 52-week high, your 52-week low, which means over the past year, what is the highest dollar amount per share that it was, which was $900, so significant decline since the highest point of this year. And then the lowest, which is $329, so a lot lower. A lot of volatility in Tesla, which is, if you're investing in Tesla, you kind of know what you're getting into. You can look at volume, average volume, market cap, price earnings ratio. Some people care about that stuff, some people don't. It just depends on what type of investor you are. You can see all your news below there that applies specifically to the stock you're looking at. And then you get into analyst ratings, and honestly, I don't really look at the analyst ratings because their investment styles might be a little bit different than mine. For instance, Tesla right now, they say 43% are saying buy, 38% are saying hold, and 20% are selling. And that kind of depends on what kind of trader you are. If you're looking to make quick profit and in and out of the market, then maybe you do want to buy and sell, and that would matter. But for someone like me, where my long-term goal is beyond 10 years from now, I'm definitely not going to sell. I believe in the company, so I believe it's going to go up. So I have no reason to even think about selling right now. And honestly, when it comes to just a beginner's guide of investing in ETFs with Robinhood, that pretty much sums it up. All you need to know how is go ahead and search for specific ETFs or stocks you're looking for, or crypto. You can look at the history, the 1 week, the 1 day, the 5 year, whatever you want to look at. And then if you want more information, I personally like to use my computer, and I go on something like Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance has a ton of information when it comes to stocks, ETFs, and anything finance related. So if you found this video helpful today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're on the road to 69,420 subs. We're getting closer every single day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. We do videos every Thursday at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.